another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, reasons someone with depression may sleep a lot that don't include laziness. You think and feel nothing. It stops you from relieving trauma. You're mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually exhausted. It gives you a break from your suffering. It's the only time you feel safe. It's the in-between of not wanting to live, but not wanting to die. When depression sets in, especially severe depression, sleep can be a health strategy, a healthy strategy for those who are dealing with depression. Okay. So yeah, the part about you're mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually exhausted, that's what resonates with me the most. That's what resonates with me the most, because when you're dealing with depression, it just feels like that you never ever get enough sleep. You can sleep 10 peaceful hours and still wake up exhausted. Okay, that's what depression does to you. It just drains you of everything. Okay, I remember when I would get massages. I would get a massage every weekend. Okay, because of the type of work that I do. And when I would wake up Sunday morning, I would feel heavy as opposed to feeling loose. Okay, and at first I just thought that was maybe massage fatigue. Okay, I thought maybe that was just massage fatigue, but maybe that wasn't massage fatigue. Then I was like, are you really supposed to feel that heavy after you get a massage? Aren't you supposed to feel like looser? So that was probably depression fatigue. Okay, that was probably depression fatigue, and the fact that getting a massage just made it feel even more heavier. Okay, just made it feel even more heavier. Okay. It's the in between of not wanting to live but not wanting to die. Okay, so when they say sleep can be a healthy survival strategy for those with depression, yes, it can. Okay, let me go back. It is the in between of not wanting to live but not wanting to die. Okay, so I just mentioned that depression robs you of everything: energy, motivation, not wanting to do anything. Depression robs you of everything. Okay, so say like if a person is having suicidal ideation, suicidal thoughts, okay, and they want to end their life, but maybe they're just so drained by dealing with depression that they just lay there and do nothing. Okay, that sounds weird. That sounds a little scary, but when they say when depression sets in, sleep can be a healthy survival strategy. Yeah, um, that's one of the ways. That's one of the ways sleep when people who deal with depression. Okay, I experienced this a couple of weeks ago. I was having some suicidal ideations, right? Okay. And I just laid in my bed and just watched TV. Excuse me. I just laid in my bed and watched TV because I didn't particularly have the energy to get going. Okay. And so again, reason someone with depression may sleep a lot, you think and feel nothing, it stops you from relieving trauma. You're mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually exhausted. It gives you a break from suffering. It is the only time you feel safe. It is the in between of not wanting to live, but not wanting to die. Okay. um, okay. So, what depression overwhelm looks like. Okay. Putting off doing the chores, dishes, laundry, um, cleaning, because it takes all your energy and focus just to survive the oppression. The overwhelm that comes from feeling trapped in your negative circumstance, increase workplace and school overwhelm because you and others see your performance decrease due to the symptoms of depression, concentration, memory difficulties, um, being too overwhelmed to leave the house during a depressive episode because it's so hard to feel safe when your symptoms are intense. Okay. The overwhelm that comes from reaching out to friends after you've come out of a depressive episode because it's so hard to explain the dark place you were in, what you were going through, and why you had to withdraw to cope. Okay. Um, so yeah, reaching out. Um, I've said this before, I'm not the best at reaching out. I am not the best at reaching out, okay? Um, so I read somewhere when you're dealing with depression and you want to reach out, but you can't because you're going to feel worse because you're probably going to feel worse. Um, I read somewhere, hey, um, just reach out, even if you feel worse. Just reach out. Reach out, even if you feel worse. Okay. And just continue to practice reaching out. Just continue to practice reaching out. And then eventually you go from feeling worse to eventually not feeling worse than reaching then reaching out to that person, becoming what what you do. Okay, reaching out to who a friend whenever you feel like this. Okay, and so I read somewhere same thing with accepting accepting love. Okay, what you have to do when you're not used to receiving compliments, accept, accepting love, whatnot. When it comes to that, particularly love, um, what you can do is you can accept it just little by little. I know this sounds weird, but accepting love little by little, accepting compliments just a little bit at a time actually builds up to the point where you accept love and you accept compliments without any issue. I was in the store the other day and I was walking down I was at the grocery store, walking down the aisle, and this woman looked at me and said, "You have the most impressive arms I have ever seen." She said, "You have the most impressive arms I've ever seen." I just laughed and said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm being serious." He's like, "I'm being serious. You have the most impressive arms I have ever seen." I laughed and said, "Okay, thank you, thank you, yeah, thank you." Right. So yeah. Um, and so when people say people have been my counselor in particular has been encouraging me to smile more. She's like, "Hey, smile more, okay? Smile more." And I've had people compliment me on my smile. I accept those wholeheartedly and say thank you. Um, so yeah, just just accept it little by little, okay? Just accept it little by little, and then eventually that little by little bit builds up, okay? Um, Let me go to the happiness project. Oh, nah, I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, so August is almost done, and man, it just seemed like yesterday when it was August 1, and now we look up, it is August 21st. Okay, so I told someone when it was the 1st of August, I said, before you know it, it'll be September. We're gonna look up in 2 days, and it's gonna be September. And so here we are, almost at the end of August. It's almost football season, college and pro. Can't wait. But also September is also suicide prevention month. Okay, and so it's still pretty much a taboo topic that nobody wants to talk about, and it's still and it's still baffling. Okay, it's still baffling that it's still a taboo topic that nobody really wants to address. And so let's get these conversations going. Let's talk about this stuff more. The more we talk about it, the more we can save lives. Again, pro athletes, some have been most outspoken about suicide prevention, like Dak Prescott, Hayden Hurst, Solomon Thomas. Um, Dak Prescott lost his brother to suicide in the 2020. Solomon Thomas lost his sister to suicide. And now Dak Prescott and Solomon Thomas are teammates on the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. And so not only are they teammates for football, but they're also teammates for mental health and suicide prevention. Okay. And so Suicide Prevention Month is almost here. And just look forward to talking about it more, having more conversations, saving more lives. And I always keep this rock at my desk right here. Okay. 988. There's always hope. Okay. There's always hope. You want to know why? Because you matter, you are loved, you are more than enough, and you are not a burden. And don't let anybody else ever tell you any differently. Okay? All right. I am out of here. Peace out. May God bless you.